Thank you, boo. Look at this. Look who's back. Boat working. Us.
Finally.
After a long summer of pretty much no boat work, but more housework actually. And last week we were out sailing with a friend's boat, our last days of summer vacation, and now we are really eager to get going on Linnea again, because it was really nice to be out on the water, but we also missed having our own boat. So the plan is 250 days, give or take, depending on when this video comes out. And then we'll splash Linnea again, ready for new adventures.
I've started with one of the most fun projects, cleaning out our sins. We haven't cleaned out, I think this is the last compartment we haven't cleaned since we came back to Sweden last September. So yeah, one of our last sins. So it's a bit salty from the North Sea. Should be, right, after sailing on the North Sea. But it's pretty salty, so we really want to get this mess off and get Linnea clean and nice again, so we can start with the bigger project. A benefit of like cleaning out those spaces that you normally don't have access to is that you can really inspect everything, all the like construction parts and important parts of Linnea that you normally cannot see.
It looks kind of fun with you in there because it looks like it's a huge compartment. And when we have our sails there, it looks so tiny.
So tiny.
While Marcus is cleaning down in the storage space, I'm cleaning all the stuff that normally goes in there because they are also a bit salty. When we sail upwind and we take waves over the bow and we heel over a lot, it finds its way into that compartment. So it's only in heavy weather, but yeah, we had pretty much a lot of heavy weather the last months sailing. So I guess this should have been done a lot earlier.
The cleaning of this locker is finished, but unfortunately I found a broken hose. A small like crack on it because it's been too squeezed together with the clamp. So I had to change that, but it's again good to clean out spaces that you normally don't are in.
The next step on today's list is that Marcus is going to teach me how we are removing the caulking, so that I can also help with that project. Some tools. Not the easiest.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
We are in position on the deck, and how do we do this? Ooh.
This is Re-caulking deck school, and this is one of my favorite tools. I have a carpet knife with a really sharp knife. I have a chisel, a small like very narrow chisel that is more or less the same width as the caulking. I have a flat-headed screwdriver that my intention is to bend this a bit, so I can like use it like a very sharp hook, so I can like scrape out the caulking from between the planks. And then I have a file so I can sharpen my tools so I don't have to leave the deck, because it's pity to leave Linnea and go down. It's hard work. And then I have this Teak decking tool. It's like the hook, but I think the hook will be even better. This is very sharp on the edges, so I can like clean the side of the deck and at the same time take the old caulking out from the deck. So let's start. So I've saved this piece to easier describe for Emmy how the teak deck looks like underneath the caulking. So this is what you see. This is the caulking that we intend to take away and renew. And underneath the caulking, you see some of the wood from the planks. Each plank has like small wood on it, so they are divided. Yeah, Emmy will show a picture.
And we are removing this wood so that we get more room for the new caulking.
Yeah, and in that way we can like wear and tear down the teak deck as far down as like the gel coat even before the caulking like falls out or the deck is just a plain wood deck. If we don't take away this wood, we don't have as much wear and tear material to tear off or to like...
And I guess it would be very hard to sand the deck because we need to sand the deck as well to get it smooth.
Yeah.
And if we only have that much room, I guess there wouldn't be much to sand on before it's a very thin caulking.
Yeah, since our teak deck is pretty thin, we have to like take away this middle wood piece so we can make the grooves deeper for the caulking, and then we can use the teak deck at least 10 years more. Some teak decks are just planks with like a space between them, but these are planks with the small foot on, and you can take away that foot so you make the teak deck more like straight planks, and then you have the caulking the whole way down to the gel coat. So we have a lot more teak deck to like wear and tear down.
But also a bit more job now.
A lot more job because taking away the caulking, it's a heavy job, but take away this small like wood piece as well, that's even harder work. So yeah, this will definitely take a lot of time, and it's really time consuming. So yeah, we better get started so we can finish in 250 days.
Very glad it's not 25
Not 25. It's good if we can like do this before it gets too cold as well, so we can start re-caulking the deck before it's winter time. I don't think that's fair time-wise, but to start with, I use the carpet knife and take it really close between the caulking, the black one, and the wood piece, and then press it down and cut away the caulking from the plank.
Are you trying to get as far down as the teak?
As far down as the teak, so I press pretty hard and cut really close to the wood piece. I need to be really careful because you have these overdue on the wood, and the very sharp knife tends to like follow this overdue, but you just want to cut away the caulking and not damage the wood. So I cut with this carpet knife like a couple of times on each side of the caulking, so I'm really sure that the caulking is loose from the sides of the wood plank. And when I've done that, I go over to my flat-headed screwdriver or the teak decking tool. So this time I will use the teak decking knife. So I take the teak decking knife and go through the caulking, and as you can see, it like lifts the caulking away. So it's like a big like licorice piece. like coming off like this.
Nice.
And as you can see underneath this like black caulking that I have just taken away, this worm is this wood I showed you before. And the width of the caulking should be at least as deep. So the depth of the new like groove should be at least as wide as the caulking. And many places on Linnea it's not deep enough, so then we have to take away a bit of this wood underneath.
So now just continue to cut.
So now I continue to cut, because this wood piece in the bottom is just attached to one of these wood planks. But I cut and cut and cut, so I'm really sure that this wood piece is not connected to any of the planks.
But it's also connected to the deck.
Yeah, it's glued with vacuum to the deck, because we have a vacuum glued teak deck, so it's no screws. And that's a really good thing, because it's always a bit stressful with teak decks, especially with screws, because you have like thousands of screws holding the planks to the deck, and one of those screws will sooner or later start to leak and your deck could be damaged. Our deck is like a balsa core, so if one of those screws start to leak seawater in or rainwater, you can imagine how it will rot inside our sandwich laminate and destroy the deck. And that's a really hard work fixing that, so I'm really happy that Linnea has a beautiful teak deck that is vacuum glued. So we have no holes like holding the planks or the teak deck on the deck. So it's more or less just glued on top of the gel coat on our deck. So that's a really good type of teak deck, even if it's a teak deck is always hard work anyway, but less nightmare than thousands of holes as well. Then you have to have a little bit of finesse, since you don't want to cut too deep down so you like damage or scratch the gel coat underneath this small wood strip between the planks. It's a bit tricky job, but you will get it. So now I'm making the groove deeper, and eventually this wood piece, since it's pretty thin, will just fall out and I will come down to the gel coat. Now I've just cut through the whole plank down to the gel coat at this point. Here you can see it's white. So when I'm deep enough, this wood piece falls off, and I can see like the white gel coat is appearing. When it's pretty thin, I can take the flat-headed screwdriver and just lift away this like wood piece in between. But you have to be really careful and don't continue too far, just as far as you have cut, because if you don't, you will damage these wood planks. They will just tear off and be damaged, and that's something you don't want to fix, because then you have to glue them back together with epoxy or whatever glue you want to use with wood, and it's just time consuming.
So that's about
that's about it. And then it's just sleep, eat, repeat.
About half a meter done.
Yeah, 40 centimeter or something. Yeah. Half a meter, okay, half a meter. The neighboring groove, as you can see here, with no caulking right now, it's not deep at all actually. It's just a couple of millimeters deep, and after we have sanded this, it will be more or less nothing, maybe 1 millimeter deep. And as I mentioned before, it should be at least as deep as it's wide. And our Teak deck's caulking width is about 4 millimeters, so it should be at least 4 millimeters deep. So you are sure that the caulking will like stay in place and not fall out. So this is again why we have to make the grooves deeper before we start re-caulking. And then hopefully we can have a Teak deck for at least 10 years.
Okay, my turn.
Fully concentrated?
Yes. And I cannot do such long sections at a time because I don't really have that reach. So maybe I can do 20 centimeters at a time. It will be a lot slower, but well, let's see how it goes. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's not stuck anymore. Come on. Not as clean as when you did it, but it's still out.
As you can see, it's a pretty time-consuming job, and it's good to have other things to do on the boat as well, so you don't just get stuck.
My first piece done. Yeah, I think 20 centimeters were pretty correct. But it's definitely not as easy as Marcus made it seem. But I think that after a few lengths, maybe I could get a hang of it too. How to put pressure on the knife and when it's enough, and it's like you have to get that feeling in your hands. But yeah, for a first piece, it's clean and gel coat white.
Real caulking teamwork.
Trying to work in parallel. Marcus is using the knife to cut, and I use the other tools to lift and scrape. I think that is the smartest, to use our strength.
It's nice to not work alone though, so that's good. It feels like we really make some ground.
I'm making progress. Spending quality time
Yeah.
together.
Kind of date. Sailing couples
Kind of date.
do boat work together.
Yeah.
You could order food and stuff. You can dine on the foredeck, some wine, like a picnic. Boat work with a twist. It's only possibilities, right?
Oh, that one looks fun.
Ta-da!
I had it.
Licorice worm. It's nice that it's not that warm anymore. I couldn't imagine. Yeah.
Sorry.
Caulking slime everywhere. Oh, wait. Oopsie daisy. And it's really easy to like
Slip
and cut the nice side of the teak deck, so you have to be really careful and not too eager sometimes. Now I was a bit too eager, but I think it's okay. We can sand it down later. The teak deck needs a good sand before it's done anyway, so
it does.
it really does.
After our summer break, you might be wondering what is actually happening with our YouTube channel. And
I wonder.
yeah, we have been wondering that as well. With 2 full-time jobs, a house that needs some
TLC for sure.
yes, a boat that needs some TLC as well, and a new exciting project. You might already have seen it while I'm crawling around here, but we are baking a new little sailor that is due end of November, so pretty soon. And
We're so excited. It's going to be a fantastic adventure.
the next adventure,
The next
big adventure.
Yeah, the next big one, for sure.
But as you might figure out, we have a lot on our hands, and filming and editing the videos, it cannot take as much time as it did when we were out sailing. So we have decided that we would like to continue to share our journey, because this will be a part of the journey as well. What happens when you get home trying to adapt to a normal life, and
still continue sailing and doing some YouTubing.
yes, but it will be a lot less videos. We will try to film our progress with the projects that we have on board, and we will edit the videos when we have time. So we won't have a fixed schedule anymore, but there will be a few videos showing the life that is after the cruising life.
Yeah.
Which is exciting as well.
And I hope you guys really want to stay on board as much as we like. We were happy to see you at our channel, and hope to sail a longer trip next summer when it's time to get Linnea splashed again.
That is the goal.
That's it, the goal.
If it's possible to do all this work that we want to do in 250 days while having a newborn, we have no idea.
No.
But we will do our best and try to figure it out as we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's time to pick up the knife and continue.
It
if
is.
we're going to have the slightest chance of getting this done.
Yeah. So nice to be back at YouTube again, guys, and I hope to see you. Hope to see you here, and please leave a comment in the background. getting really warm here under the winter cover, so I think it's time to wrap this up. We barely a meter of progress, so that's good. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10 caulking like strips, or what you call them, runs, or yeah, whatever. Barely a meter and 10 of them, so like 10 meters of caulking. I think that's really good actually. One caulking meter at a time, and yeah, I think we did good progress today. But yeah, it's really warm, as I said, so it's time to wrap this up, get home, take a shower, and head down to Skanör, where we have some friends that have sailed down there over the weekend. Handy box, so I can gather all my caulking stuff and have them down below.